In this video, we are going to answer the question, what is a mink? Mink are members of the mustelid family, also known as the weasel family. Other members of this family include the playful otters, the arboreal martens, the fearsome wolverines, the domestic ferret, and last but not least, the honey badger that is famous for just not giving a crap. There are two different species of mustelid commonly known as mink. The European mink always has white markings on both their upper and lower lips. American mink typically don't have any white markings on their upper lip. The first animal given the name mink was the European mink. When Europeans first came to North America, they discovered a medium-sized, dark-colored mustelid that looked similar to the European mink from their homelands, and so they mistakenly gave it the same name. Truth of the matter is, European and American mink are two very different mustelids. The European mink is more closely related to weasels and ferrets, and the American mink are placed in their own separate genus. American mink are far more powerfully built and much more aggressive predators than European mink. American mink are true survivors who thrive despite fierce persecution from man for their fur. European mink, on the other hand, have struggled to survive, even with extensive help from various organizations who've been working for years to try and save them from extinction. American mink are native to North America and are commonly found along most waterways stretching from northern Canada and Alaska all the way down to the southern tip of Florida. Thanks to their valuable fur coat, American mink have been taken all over the world to be raised on fur farms. In pretty much every country they have been taken to, mink have successfully escaped and started feral populations. American mink now thrive as an invasive species across most parts of Europe, Asia, and more recently South America. For the rest of this video, we will simply refer to the American mink by its common name, mink, since they are far more commonly called just mink than the European mink is. Mink are what I like to call the jack of all trades, master of one. Like their cousins the weasels and ferrets, mink are able to enter underground burrows to hunt ground-dwelling prey like rabbits, ground squirrels, and rats. But mink can't dig as well as ferrets can, and they are nowhere near as quick as a weasel when running on land. Like their cousins the otters, mink are able to swim underwater to capture fish, crabs, and crayfish. But they can't swim near as fast or hold their breath near as long as their aquatic specialist cousin the otter can. Like their cousins the martens and fishers, mink are able to climb trees to pursue arboreal prey like squirrels and roosting birds. But as we can see here with this fisher, mink aren't anywhere near as quick and agile in the trees as their arboreal specialist cousins are. One thing a mink is a true master at is hunting muskrats. Like mink, muskrats are semi-aquatic mammals who live across most of North America. Since muskrats and mink share the same habitat, mink are constantly on the lookout for an opportunity to prey on a muskrat, and muskrats are constantly avoiding predation by mink. Mink are the #1 natural predator of muskrats, but that doesn't mean that hunting muskrats is easy for the mink. Just as the mink has been shaped for thousands of years to hunt the muskrat, even more so the muskrat has been shaped to avoid the mink. Healthy adult muskrats living in prime habitat are in fact one of, if not the most difficult prey for a wild mink to catch. In order for the mink to have a realistic chance at capturing a muskrat, he must find a muskrat when it is at some sort of disadvantage. Most muskrats killed by mink are killed because they are young, old, sick, or injured. Mink also prey heavily on muskrats who are trying to survive in places with shallow water, either because of drought or because the muskrat couldn't find an available habitat with deep enough water to protect them from the mink. Muskrats instinctively know that places with shallow water are hazardous to live in, and so territories with both good food supply and deep enough water to avoid mink predation are in high demand and are carefully protected by the muskrats who own such territories. The American mink's ability to hunt such a wide range of prey animals in such a wide range of habitats makes them an amazingly adaptable predator. Mink truly are the jack of all trades, master of one.